to determine their own fate.
We got a deal!
We celebrate entrepreneurs.
I want y'all to think, who's next?
This is Shark Tank. And tonight, Rohan Oza, the branding guru behind some of the world's most successful consumer products, joins the tank.
You want ideas on how to build brands? I have that.
Yes!
But let's take a ride in my time machine, shall we?
Don't make me look at that.
This maybe isn't the best fit.
And clearly being a jerk.
This is a really hot space.
Look, we can't get straight answers.
I think I'd have to go with my gut here.
So I read your mind.
Dude, that's a great offer.
Wait, don't answer that.
First into the tank is a business that helps find love in a unique way.
Hi, my name's Brendan Alper, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm seeking $200,000 for a 5% stake in my company, Hater. The only company in the world that can make love using the power of hate. Now, sharks, I know most of you aren't single anymore, but let's take a ride in my time machine, shall we?
Stud. What a stud. What a stud. Look at the mullet. That is so good
He's
looking.
so pretty.
That jawline, so powerful, Mark.
Mark, picture this. It's the year 1990, and you're on a mediocre first date. It's going okay, you're talking, you both like your jobs, you both like sports, boring. But then you start talking about how much you hate basketball referees. How would you feel about that?
I never had a bad date, but I get your point.
When it comes to dating, hating always gets overlooked. But there are studies that show that people who hate the same things actually form closer bonds than people who love the same things.
Very interesting point, yeah?
And that's why I invented Hater, the dating app that matches you based on what you hate.
That's great. That's very clever.
Gosh.
Want to see how it works?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Rohan, you're today's lucky bachelor, okay?
Oh, okay.
We're going to try to find you love through hate. But the other sharks get to play along, too. Here you go.
Okay.
One for each.
Thank you.
Ah,
I love a game.
Here you go.
this is great.
There you go.
So we're gonna play hate this or like this,
Fun.
right?
Here's how it works. I'm going to show you topics on the screen, and you have to say whether you love or hate them. And then we can find your perfect match, okay?
Okay, go.
All right, so staying in on a Friday night.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
People who only eat organic. Wow. All right, selfies.
Selfies.
Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, no question. No
He's not
question.
here to defend himself. That's not fair. All right, now we're going to find your perfect match. Ready?
Ah, Bob, all right. Let's do this.
Right under your nose the whole time.
I've always wanted a short, rich man.
See how well it works? So here we have Barbara, and we can see all of the things that she hates. So everything that she swiped on, you get to see, and everything you've swiped on, she gets to see.
That's pretty cool. Great insight going into a date.
It's really interesting.
And so you download the app, and then you start throwing questions at me like you threw to us.
Exactly.
And
You
I
hop right
swipe
into it.
left or swipe right, or...
That's right. There's 5 different options. You can hate, love, dislike, like, or neutral.
The key to this is acquisition, right? So how many people are on this app?
So we launched around Valentine's Day of this year, and we already have over 500,000 people.
And what's your biggest concentration in any one city?
It's New York and Oslo are actually tied.
Oslo.
So, how are you making money?
The app is free right now, and it's early.
But
We
how
only
do you plan to make money?
So we're testing out a few different ways, but the most interesting part is actually the data here. So let's say you wanted to advertise one of your products. We could slot it in as a topic, and not only can we tell you who loves your product, what demographics hate it, we can also tell you people who love your product also love these flavors or hate these
But
celebrities.
you have no sales today.
Zero
Zero
sales.
sales.
That's correct.
But you have a $4 million valuation.
Yes.
Today. Got it.
A typical app.
Yeah.
So
How did you come up with this, Brandon? I got to know.
Right out of college, I needed some money, so I went to go work on Wall Street. I stuck it out for 6 years, and I hated it. And I finally worked up the courage to quit and become a comedy writer. And Hater was originally a comedy sketch idea that I had. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I actually think there's a demand for this. I think people would use this if we could make a product that was as good as the idea. And so that was about 2 years ago. I set off on the journey, and here I am today.
Wow.
But how do you support yourself doing this new business?
So up until this point, I have not paid myself a salary. I liquidated my 401k. I cash all my life savings from Wall
You are
Street.
all in.
I'm all in.
How much have you raised in total?
We raised $500K. We just closed on the
What?
investment. Yeah.
Wow.
From a very exciting investor as well. It's the founders of King, the mobile gaming company.
How much equity did they get for that?
They get 12.5. So it was 3.5 pre-money, and then after their money, we're now at 4 million.
How did they find you?
So I knew that the only way that we were going to get market saturation if we made a big splash right away. So one of the first guys that I hired was a PR guy. And for months, we just worked on crafting this story, making the pitch, and sending it to as many reporters as we could. And within a few days, we had hundreds of thousands of people.
Wow. What's your daily active users?
Daily active users closer to 8 to 10,000.
Okay, so that's why you're here, because that's not anywhere near enough for people to really get dates from it.
Exactly.
What makes these things successful is density in the marketplace. So tell me about how many people in New York and what the engagement and ongoing consumer interaction is.
In New York, that's our number one city. We have tens of thousands of users. In terms of daily active, I think we have a few thousand every day.
So as the only one on this panel who's actually not married, I may use these apps, and my biggest need would be options.
Sure.
And I think that from your numbers, what I'm lacking
Sure.
is the sheer density of people. So
Yeah.
from my experiences, maybe you just take that money and really drive hard in 2 cities.
Right.
Because there's enough population in New York City alone.
Right.
Then there's a whole buzz around it. When you start spreading yourself too thin, then there's just not enough in each market. For my level of expertise, I prefer a more dense user base in a particular city, because then I can see what the interactions are, and then I've been jumping in. Much as I love you, I'm on it.
Okay.
The name is pure genius because it's contrary. Even your upside down heart, I love, okay? I believe it's a constant press hook. And you happen to live in New York City, the press capital of the world. How convenient. So I'm going to offer you $250,000 for 5%, more than you're asking. And I want you to answer me now because I'm clearly being a jerk offering you more than you're asking for.
Wow.
Is that a take it or leave it? Exploding offer.
You're saying I don't get to hear from anyone else?
Yes, that's what
He
you're
goes
saying.
away if he says no.
If anyone wants to jump in right
Dude,
now,
that's a
now would
great
be the
offer.
time.
Now would be the time.
She gave you more money.
Well,
I
listen,
would take it in a heartbeat
I
and
also
run.
like hater, though. I'm sorry. I got to come in and be a hater and disrupt this. But I really like it. But I like it for a much bigger reason. I think that we could take the app far. But I also see Hater as could become a brand.
Yeah.
Like a big brand. I could see Hater products.
Haterade,
I could
maybe?
see Haterade.
Haterade. Now it's straight. We don't like beverage. It's too
It
expensive.
gets my mind going because this is what excites me. This is what I do.
Is this an offer, Lori, or is this a chit
So I'm going
chat?
to make you an offer. My offer is going to be the $200,000 for 10%.
I'm off the table.
Really? You're taking it off?
Oh my God!
You're gonna lose her.
No.
You're gonna lose her.
Wait.
One shark is out. Brendan has 2 offers on the table from Lori and Barbara for his dating app, Hater. But Barbara may pull her offer if Brendan doesn't decide immediately.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her. Wait.
No, off the table.
So, I'm not going to be somebody who hands you off to an assistant of mine. I'm going to be somebody who actually sits with you, brainstorms, works, figures it out together. You're going to get me. You're going to get my time. You're going to get that personal shark holding your hand all along
That
the
is
way.
so exciting. Now let's talk business. You
You
either have to go big or go home, right?
I'm
Because
unhappy.
none of your brands,
I'm with
none of your
Barbara.
brands are going to give you any
Ay,
money
ay, ay.
unless you have a big enough user base. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Okay. So in order to get to those places, you have to have visible celebrity influencer type people that use the app. And then on top of that, I love the gaming aspect. That's why King came into you, right? Because that's something different. They're looking for new platforms that can accelerate. That's why they invested, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Exactly.
Is there an
we're all on
offer?
so we're all on the same page so far.
We're on the same page.
Are you giving an offer?
Right.
Is there an offer?
So,
Is there an offer here?
so let me tell you what I can
There's
do
a
before I...
lesson. A lesson. Go, Mark.
No, so what I can do is obviously celebrities, right? Whether play for the Mavs throughout the NBA, actors, whatever. I'll give you the $200,000, but I want 7.5%. Plus, I want
That's
2.5% in advisory shares.
So he's sort of matching
So
me.
it's a similar deal.
But he really
deal.
sold the farm.
Same deal as Lori.
And you're going to save money going out and getting the influencers.
And he'd like to have me in on the deal with him.
No.
Brendan, what's your answer to Mark's offer?
My answer is I would like to hear from Robert.
Okay, so you're not sold on my offer? By the time you're done with him, I may not be here.
Make it exploding.
Brendan, love it. Hate the idea of making it wider right now. It's all about density. Mark's long preamble is right. You got to get out there. Kids are going to love to play it. I have to tell you, the PR angle from this is huge. But I think you're going to need a little more money. I think you have to run faster, do events in a couple of cities. I'd start with New York and LA. And I actually think the person that would be really good with you on this is Barbara. I love working with her. Here's my offer. I'll also give you $250,000 with Barbara, if she'll come along, for 15%. So $500,000 for 15%. $250 from Barbara, $250 from me. Let's blow this thing up.
I would go in for the $500,000 with Robert for the 15%.
I'm torn because I want to work with all of you.
Brendan, the thing I'll add, you'd have to spend money for the influencers. You'd have to spend money for the parties with the celebrities. That's going to be a cost, even with King involved. That won't be a cost with me involved. And that's the difference. So what are you going to do, Brendan?
The one thing I've learned with founders, and the biggest mistake they make, is not taking enough money in. I'll leave you with that.
That is true.
Take the money.
I think I have to go with my gut here. I'm going to go with Mark.
This is amazing. This is brilliant. Great choice.
I don't love it anymore.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have so much fun. Thanks, Brendan. This is right up my alley.
Going in, I really wanted Mark. I just know he has experience in the technology space, and he has the connections that can really take Pater to the next level.
In Season 8, Ariel and Ben Zweifler landed a deal with Robert Herjavec for their subscription service for puppies, PupBox.
I believe in you guys.
Let's see how they're doing now.
Since Shark Tank, the business has really taken off.
You guys are so cute.
To celebrate our success, we decided to host our first ever PupBox Adoption Day.
And we have partnered with the Helen Woodward Animal Center to co-host the event. They adopt out over 4,000 puppies every year, and we hope that the 12 they brought today will get adopted. We even have celebrity puppies from social media ready to give kisses. Every puppy that's adopted today will get a free PupBox subscription. Hi! Who's this?
PupBox is a monthly delivery. We send both training information and products to help walk new puppy owners through puppy.
In the year before Shark Tank, we did $260,000 in sales. Since our deal 9 months ago, we've done $700,000 in sales.
We use Robert's investment to develop our own line of products. We now have a PupBox leash, a puppy training tote bag, and several toys featured in the box. We just launched our new puppy training content platform. It provides new puppy owners tips and tricks customized for their puppy's age.
We're going to complete some paperwork and get you all ready to go.
The event has been a huge hit. Some of the puppies have already been adopted, and most importantly, we're raising awareness for an awesome cause. We're so grateful for Shark Tank and for Robert for making events like this possible for us and for really putting our brand on the map.
Our long-term goal is to become the go-to brand for everything puppy.
Puppies!
Life can be a tough nut to crack. Cocoa Taps will get you right on track. Great taste. Just means too. Coconut water just flows right through, and it's gotta be fresh, right from the tree. Fresher than fresh is the best way to be. No mess and no stress too. Gotta tap your thirst. Cocoa dreams come true. Cocoa Taps.
Good job.
Aloha, Sharks. My name is Coco Vinny. I'm from Long Beach, California, and I'm the founder and chief coconut in charge at Cocoa Taps. I'm asking for $150,000 for 10% of soon-to-be our company. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine we're on our very own Hawaiian coconut plantation. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, you feel that ocean breeze on your skin, and what's even better is you've got a fresh tapped coconut in your hands. Now, Coco Ray Ray and I, we're gonna get you all tapped in.
Come on, Coco Ray Ray.
Aloha. Now, Coco Ro, here you go.
Lovely. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Coco Lolo.
Coco Lolo.
Coco Lolo and Coco Roro.
This is Coco B.
Here, cheers.
Coco B.
Hello.
Coco
And
Ro.
Coco Ro.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, Sharks, drinking coconut water out of plastic bottles and cans tastes old and stale. I'm sure now that you're tapped in, we can all agree that drinking fresh, right from the source, is the best way to relax and hydrate. You know, we've all seen some crazy ways to open a coconut. Banging and hammering and chopping, you could lose a finger. We've even seen some of these crazy tools pitched right here in the tank. But what we've created is the only 100% made in USA coconut water system. It allows you to quickly and safely tap a coconut. Let me just show you how it works. You take the cocoa tapper, you remove the safety cover, and you make a hole right in the coconut like so. Now, once a hole is in the coconut, you take the cocoa tap, you thread it in counterclockwise. Now, the end of the cocoa tapper is like a wrench, and you just tighten it on like so. Now, once the tap is secured into the coconut, it's fully resealable. Our lab results show that the fresh tap coconut will last up to 4 weeks in the refrigerator. Now, Sharks, our mission is to get everyone tapped in to this ultimate vacation beverage. All you got to do is say yes, and we'll start bringing in boatloads of cocoa cash.
What are your sales?
In our first year, we did almost $250,000 in revenue. And
How long ago was that?
that was just January of 2016. And in 2017, we're trending double for where we were last
What's the
year.
product?
wait,
Is
Rob,
it just
Rob,
a tap?
We sell 2 products currently. We have a do-it-yourself tap kit, and we have the branded tapped beverage line, which is in over 20 resorts on the Las Vegas Strip.
Got it. It's a tap kit and a
Yes.
finished coconut drink.
Yes.
And how does
Yes.
it break out? Is it 50-50?
So right now, our current sales are 80% tap branded beverage and 20% kit.
So you're selling a self-contained coconut drink. How often do you have to go around the Las Vegas Strip delivering to the 20 resorts?
So we're delivering daily. So we have, major corporations, Caesars, MGM Mirage, Cosmopolitan, Wynn, Encore.
How much do you charge for them, Coco Vinny?
A case, our cost, tap branded, everything ready to deliver, $27.
And then what are you selling it for?
$45 per case right now.
Okay. How many cases do you typically deliver to a resort at one time?
A minimum order is 5 to 10 cases.
So you're making $90 or $180 per customer per delivery.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about your background. Why did you come up with this?
So I'm a 6'5" Mexican Jew standing in front of you today.
Isn't everybody?
I'm a problem solver. I started solving problems when I was really young. Really, I was a fat kid in the very beginning. I was challenged with my weight, and I overcame that. I lost 75 pounds.
Good for you. Congrats.
So basically, an Indonesian friend of mine said, try this. And I was like, I don't like coconut water. He said, just try it. Once I was tapped in, it was over. Hammer and knife. Every time after my workouts, I broke my stepdad's knife. I said, we got to fix this. So I made the coconut resealable, created the toolkit. Took me a 1.5 years, R&D, patents, manufacturing, made in USA, beat China on their price, everything. I see a massive untapped market. The cruise industry, 60% of their revenue of 24 million passengers a year are drinking.
On a
60%.
cruise ship?
Benny, that's not the challenge, right? The challenge is you're a delivery service, right? You've got to deal with the logistics of delivery. How do you scale that?
We invented a whole high volume production system that we set up in California and Nevada already. And we're literally 5 minutes from the casinos.
Vinny, I'm not worried about the production
Producing it,
issue.
when you
How do you
say-
get to more resorts? Not just Vegas, but the rest of America, somewhere else.
They're calling us already from all over the world. They're starting to call us. They love this tapping system.
Well, hold on. Let's be clear, because this is the critical point in this entire discussion. The resorts are calling you for the fully completed coconut?
Yes.
Or they're calling you for the taps?
Yes.
I'm lost.
So hang on. Did you create the tap to help the coconut business, or do you see that as, to me, it's almost 2 separate businesses?
So that is the tap business. The reason why it's only 20% of our sales is because we just let that organically live on Amazon right now. But Coco Lori, with your help, we would do an infomercial, rock the world on it, show them how to
that's
tap the
what you have
coconut.
in
And another business,
Okay.
it's a cocoa cleanse. It's where we send them the coconuts and
Cocoa
everything.
cleanse?
You're gonna
3-day
drop ship
cocoa
the
cleanse.
coconut?
It works. I've done it. There's lots of business here. Now, with your help, Coco B, you've done some amazing franchises. The Coco,
Franchises?
the Coco Tap Shack model will
We have
work.
another
There's
business?
another business.
There's 3 phases to this entire Coco dream that we're building. Phase 1, ultimate vacation beverage.
Look, Benny, we can't get straight answers. I can't tell
Wow.
if you can scale.
Okay, I'm sorry that you
out.
feel that way. Coco love.
Vinny, there's a term, you're drowning in opportunity. Every time I took a sip of my coconut, it was a new business. I can't follow the bouncing coconut. I'm out.
Wow. Okay, well, Coco love.
I think this is a complicated business with a really skinny margin. Although, I think this is a good, cute little product that could sell a lot. But the truth of the matter is it's way, way too early, and I don't believe in that product. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Here's my thought. I understand the love of the coconut and all of that. The problem is it's so niche. If I invested in this, I'd be cocoa nuts.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'm sorry you don't get it.
I think that you have actually a fantastic tasting product because the coconut water in this thing is terrific. You have a wealth of opportunities. And what you have to do is focus. During the pitch, I didn't get the clarity of focus, and I didn't get the clarity on game plan operationally. And unfortunately,
Do you want to hear
for
the
that
timeout?
reason,
You want to just hear the
I'm out, brother.
Coco love to you. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on what you've
Good luck,
accomplished.
Thank you.
Coco Vinny.
You know what?
Good luck.
I'm on my way out. Life can be a tough nut to crack. Cocoa tap to get you right on track. Great taste. Best ways too. Coconut water from the Mexican Jew. And it's gotta be fresh, right from the tree. Fresher than fresh is the best way to be. No mess and no stress too. You gotta tap your thirst. Cocoa dreams come true.
Next into the tank is a way to take control of your health care.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Julia Cheek, and I'm from Austin, Texas. My company is Everlywell, and I'm seeking $1 million in exchange for 5% equity.
For you.
Everlywell is transforming lab testing, a $25 billion market, to be simple, convenient, and useful for you. I started Everlywell because I had a really common problem. I spent months trying to figure out a very basic hormone imbalance. I went to a lot of doctors who ran a lot of tests, which took a lot of time and cost me a lot of money in unexpected lab bills. All I received was a bunch of this paper with numbers, which I spent weeks researching on my own with no help. I thought there had to be a better way, and that's why we built Everlywell. Everlywell provides convenient, at-home lab tests with results you can actually understand and use. The process is simple. Purchase a kit on our website, where we have everything from food intolerance to metabolism testing. Collect your sample at your convenience at home and send it back to one of our certified and accurate partner labs. Board-certified physicians review and approve your results, and in just a few days, you get your results in your inbox and online on our secure platform. You'll find easy-to-read graphs, custom content, and a community of support. No more wasting time in waiting rooms, no more guessing how much your test will cost, and no more wondering about your results. So, Sharks, who wants to test the waters with Everlywell?
Let's do. I'd like to test my cholesterol right now.
Can you do it right not in real time?
It requires a
No.
lab, yeah.
You go, vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Want
I'm
vitamin
deficient
water?
in that.
Food sensitivity, Lori. You like to cook.
Thank you.
Men's health for Mark. Cholesterol, because you like to run, Barbara. 'Cause you have
Mine's
good
nice
heart
and low,
health.
I know that.
Sleep and stress for adrenaline from racing cars.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
Walk us through an average test. Let's look at a Rohan's test. Does he send a blood sample? What does he send?
Okay, do I pee? What do I do here?
With the vitamin D test, it is a small finger prick blood sample. About half of our tests require a small finger prick, half of them don't.
How do I get the test? I go to your website.
So currently we have 13 different tests, all available only on our website today.
How much do they cost?
They range from anywhere from $69 to $399.
How much cheaper is that than going to the doctor?
It's generally cheaper to use our test. For example,
By 10%, 50%?
It very much depends on your insurance.
So, Julia, it's not covered by insurance.
Today, we entered the market to get traction by being cash pay only. We are not in network with insurance providers yet.
So what you're really selling to me, it's really convenience. I can get the test done quickly. I don't have to go anywhere.
Our customers tell us the value proposition is access, not just convenience. The reason we started the product is because people cannot actually get these tests on their own. They also aren't able to know the price of the test before they go to the lab to get the blood taken or provide a saliva sample. They get hit with a lab bill.
Have you proven this out? Do you have revenue? Do you have consumers?
We launched in beta last summer. In less than a year, we have sold $2.5 million of product.
Wow.
And we're on a $400,000 a month run rate. We've grown 20% on average month over month.
Good for you.
It's very good.
And you're projected to do what?
So the forecast today is $5.5 million based on our online business without the genomics launch next month, which is happening.
Sales this year are $5 million.
Yes.
Next year?
12.3. So we do expect next year to be able to double through the genomics combined products.
Tell us something about yourself. We don't know your background.
Actually come from a fairly traditional background. I grew up in Dallas, got actually a full academic scholarship to Vanderbilt, graduated early with a double major in econ and psychology, ended up in consulting, and then actually went back to get my MBA from Harvard, where I graduated top 5% there as well.
Wow.
You're not a doctor, Julia. Right?
I'm not a doctor.
You must have raised a lot of money.
I've raised $5 million to date.
Wow.
At what valuation?
The last round was a convertible note at a $15 million cap.
What's your burn rate today, Julia?
Our burn rate right now is about $150,000 a month.
You're losing money today.
We are losing money, but it's because we're investing for building additional features. If we were to cut down the headcount and say, okay, are we just going to grow organically? We could do that with our margins today. It's just not where we want to go. Now, we do have one test that we just launched, which is already 10% of our business, which is our STD test.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, you're missing STD in a big way,
I'm
though.
like-
That honestly will end up being your number one seller.
Is there online competitors like you?
There is no online competitor doing a platform of at-home kits.
What about a company like 23andMe? Could they just not pivot? What's the competitive advantage?
We believe our competitive advantage is the platform. Of our 6 labs, we can actually roll out 250 different tests. And next month, we are launching a partnership with Helix to actually bring in genomics products. So you can get any type of health data, whether it's genetic, whether it's lab,
So
and
there are
add it
people
into the
that'll give you
system.
certain specific tests, but you're doing the
Exactly.
entire range of them.
Right.
Are you looking to sell to something like 23andMe? Then what's
So-
your goal?
Yeah, so our customers are 75% women, and really women are going to be, they're 80% of the healthcare decision makers.
75% are
It was
women?
higher. It was 85 before we launched our STD
Because
product.
women are managing everything. They're the ones that need to save the time.
And to the exit question, this is a really hot space. There is a lot of opportunity both for acquisition from either traditional diagnostics companies or from genomics
Julia,
companies.
your challenge is competition. It is a race right now. It's going to take a lot more money. There's going to be a ton of competition in this space. And so for those reasons, I'm out.
I think what scares me about your business is I think it's going to take constant redevelopment, and you're going to need a lot of money that I'm not willing to give someone.
The cost of doing business in America for employees on healthcare is astounding. When I compare it to my UK costs or my Canadian costs, it's unbelievable. 4 or 5 times as much on a per employee basis. As Mark said, it's a race, and you got to raise more money. It's not for me. I'm out.
Okay.
I've seen a number of presentations. I would say yours is probably right there at the top in terms of poise,
Thank you.
intellect, sophistication. I also think that taking charge of your personal health is a massive trend because we want to know what's going on. We just don't want to go to the hospital.
Right.
But this is a highly expensive game. I think the $1 million that I'm happy to give you would be diluted rapidly because this is going to take tens of millions to get to the promised land. So for that reason, unfortunately, I'm out.
I think the product is brilliantly crafted.
Thank you.
It's really nice. It's really easy. It's super clear. I think the state of healthcare in our country right now is so precarious. Millions right now are out of insurance or fearing that they will be. And I think that this gives people an empowered way, at least to check on some things, to know whether or not they have to go find a doctor. And I totally get the woman thing. I would like to take a flyer on you. So I'm going to be a little creative here.
Okay.
How about I give you $1 million line of credit, 8% interest for the 5%. And then I'll bring all the marketing savvy and the retail and everything that I know I can do.
We actually desperately need a line of credit.
Oh.
As you know, our inventory isn't very expensive, and we don't have enough history to have collateral from a bank. And so while I didn't bring that up today, it was something that I'm very interested in.
So I read your mind.
You did.
Well then.
So I know that I'm technically supposed to counter, but
You're allowed to say
would
yes.
love to do a deal with you, Lori. If you would do it. Thank you.
Outstanding.
To work with you.
I love it. So
Congratulations,
smart.
Joey.
Thank you all very much.
You're
I really
fantastic.
appreciate
Congrats.
it. Thank you. So excited. Lori has the knowledge of how to think about branding. We have a great team of investors, but there's something about being able to understand how to sell products to our consumer base, which is women. And she's going to be so helpful in doing that.
Let's just take this example.
Let's say
you're in college, you're sexually active. Just for that test alone, think how many students and young people and
Just
whatever
college campus,
it would
I
help
agree with you.
out. Unmarried
Huge.
people, it would help out.
Next up is a healthier way to start your morning.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Ashley Thompson.
And I'm Kat Thomas. We're the creators of Mush out of San Diego, California. And we're here on a mission to combat America's love affair with sugar.
We're here to offer you a 10% equity stake in our company in exchange for $300,000.
So when Ashley and I first entered the workforce in the world of finance, we quickly realized how genuinely hard it is to find foods that are healthy as well as convenient.
As you Sharks know, most on-the-go breakfast foods and snacks like yogurt, protein bars, cereal, they're all completely laden with sugar and other processed garbage.
That's why we created this bad boy, Mush. First to market, all natural, 100% ready-to-eat oatmeal. Now, the really cool thing about this product is it's never actually cooked. What we do is we cold soak the oats in house-made almond or coconut milk. Resulting product has a beautiful consistency of a pudding, is just as easy to digest as traditional oatmeal, but it's more nutrient dense. We haven't cooked off all those awesome vitamins and minerals.
Mush is also dairy-free, protein-rich, high in fiber, and it's served conveniently cold in these amazing 6-ounce single-serving pods for grab-and-go convenience. They even come with a little wet spoon underneath the lid, so all you have to do is pop the top, peel off the seal, and enjoy.
Now, Mush is so much more than a healthy, convenient oatmeal. It's honestly fuel for your body and fuel for a revolution in the food industry. Sharks, we don't know how else to cut it to you. We're fed up with the food industry. So please, for the health and well-being of this country, join us in combating America's love affair with sugar.
Now, who's ready to mush it to the limit?
Let's try it.
Yeah.
I like some mush.
Is it mush or is it mush?
It's either way.
Oh, the whole thing is for me. Oh.
So we're gonna start from right to left. On your right, you'll see vanilla bean. That's the original flavor. What we have there is a rolled oat soaked in our house-made almond milk. We then add an organic vanilla bean,
Oh, wow.
sweeten it with a deglet date out of Coachella, California, touch of sea salt, and that's it.
All right,
exactly. Dark cacao. It's an organic cacao powder. The benefit of that is it's incredibly high in antioxidants, considered a Mayan superfood. It's
great.
Yeah,
Great.
so some people,
Delicious.
because there's
Really
a bitter earthiness to it. That's
This
a
is
Michigan blueberry.
fantastic.
We use a wild blueberry out of Michigan. Has a much more tart, sweet profile. And then the last is a cold brew, so you're actually getting your caffeine and your breakfast all in one. You've got date and then a touch of sea salt.
Product is fantastic. You guys have definitely delivered on the trend of where things are going. Sugar is public enemy number one. You have fiber in here, you have protein here, all the good stuff. Tell us about the sales.
Okay,
exactly
great.
that.
So we started the company 2 years ago. Our first year, we just sold the product at farmers markets to get feedback. We did $70,000 in sales our first year. This year, we've done $120,000. We launched in Whole Foods in March.
And the number for next year?
We're set to make $900,000 for the year.
Wow.
All right, what do you make it for? What does
Sure.
it retail for?
So depending on the flavor, we make it for about 70 to 80 cents.
What's the retail?
The retail's $3.99.
Your margins are terrific, but your price point seems out of whack with some of the competitors that I've seen out there.
I disagree. I don't think the price point is too high.
Okay.
I think for the value you provide, the convenience you provide, the challenge is where you're selling it. If you're completely dependent on grocery stores, then he's right. You have to be concerned. But you have such a convenience factor and the fact that Amazon is taking over the world. I mean, there's a reason why Amazon bought Whole Foods. Jeff Bezos believes that pricing and speed of delivery are the two things that will never go out of style. And so his goal is that they can get groceries to you faster than you can get in the car and go to the grocery store and back.
Where Mark is wrong is that price point does matter because there's a price
When
point.
you're in a
that's
case,
set-
when you're in a case next
No,
to
but
your
even
competition,
online, yogurts have set a price point, whether we like it or not, that they're $1.99. Can I throw out a random idea?
Sure.
I think that just very tactical, you might have too big a package. There might be too much in here. I think you can drop cost of goods.
Sure.
And it then also bridges the snack realm.
Sure.
Where I'm not fully making this a meal.
Yes.
Tell us about you. What's your background? How do you know each other?
So I got a job at Goldman in London, but I looked around the trading floor and I looked at the very few women that there were, and I really didn't find anyone that I would aspire to be one day. And so I was like, okay, this maybe isn't the best fit.
Ashley, tell me about you.
So I went to school in New York City, graduated in 3 years with a mathematics and economics degree, and then went on to Goldman.
Did you like that job?
Unlike Kat, I loved my job.
All right, how did you come up with the mush thing together?
So we were just like talking, kind of bouncing ideas off of one another. And I was like, yeah, I'm itchy to do something, but we don't really know what to do. And the one thing that we connected on was how hard it was to fuel ourselves at the desk. And so we quit our jobs and moved to San Diego.
And got to work.
And then we got to work.
So guys, I love the mission, I love your purpose, but I hate the food business because it requires so much money. Not for me, I'm out.
No, we appreciate
you
that.
so much,
Thanks so
Rick.
much.
So ladies, I respect my venerable sharks, don't get me wrong. But none of them have been part of building $4 billion.
but there's one exception to
Consumer
that, right?
food
Because
beverage
he hasn't
company.
started.
Let him
No, you're mischaracterizing it. He'll be the
That's
first to
not a
admit.
fair thing to say.
It is a fair
Okay,
thing.
let him speak.
No,
No,
but
it's not
there's
a
a
fair
difference
thing to
between
say.
being an entrepreneur and having been through the grind and having had your back against the wall versus walking in and saying, 50 cents, here's $10 million and equity in a company that I don't know.
Just so we understand here, I've never been an entrepreneur. Mark's right. What I have done is found brilliant founders with amazing products and turned them into multi-billion-dollar exits. You don't need another entrepreneur. You need someone with ideas. And I disagree with Mark.
Isn't that the same thing?
Now I'm up. I agree with Mark. Amazon is the way of the future. But today, this is not going to fly off on Amazon.
No, that's not what I said, though. That's not what I said.
You've got to
what
get
I said
Whole
was
Foods.
the world has changed.
You've got to get Whole Foods nationwide. I have that.
So do I.
You want to get into traditional grocery? I have that.
So do I.
You want ideas on how to build brands? I have that.
So do I.
So do
Mark
I.
has all of that, and he's not got a single food or
Marketing,
beverage company
connections.
that has exited over $100 million. And I'll give you 6 if you want, and rock and roll.
Is there an offer?
For me, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. There's got to be enough equity in this thing, and you'll need more money. So what I want to do is offer you guys, instead of $300, I'm going to offer you $400,000 for 20% of the company.
Ooh.
You guys are brilliant mathematics people. You work at Goldman.
Okay, we're at the
simply
point to make a
5%.
decision.
We're talking about is 5%
Each.
worth getting a decent exit or getting a mega exit.
You know, Rohan is genius with the food industry. He's done smart water and vitamin water and pop chips. He could really blow you up. So I will step out.
Okay, so wait. I'll make you the offer with $300,000 for 10%, just what you asked for.
Wow.
An unlimited credit line. Whatever you need.
Wait, don't answer that. Don't answer it.
Two sharks are out. Kat and Ashley have 2 offers for their cold oatmeal product, Mush. Rohan has offered $400,000 for a 20% stake. Mark's offer is $300,000 for a 10% stake, plus an unlimited credit line.
Whatever you need.
Wait, don't answer that. Whether you have Mark or Rohan or I, the entire future of your business is dependent on the strength of the people you choose from the get-go. You fit my team of entrepreneurs perfectly. You're cut out of the same cloth as my winners. Here's my offer. I'll give you the $300,000 cash for 10% of the business. I'll give you whatever credit lines you need, because the food space is expensive.
So, guys, what are you going to do?
Wait. Let me just give one more example. My company, Alyssa's Healthy Cookies. Same concept, same approach. No sugar. Very similar to
How
you.
big is that, Mark?
$8 million in sales.
8 million.
$4 million in profits.
Chef's Cut is my
Right.
smallest one,
Billion.
60 million.
No, but the difference is, right, how much money do they make?
Chefs, I don't know, $5 million a year.
Okay, so
Valuations
one
over
company-
200
how
million.
about your
The
biggest
valuation is what
pocket?
matters.
No, the valuation only matters if you plan on selling. They want to change the world.
Do you plan on selling this company at some point?
No, we want to change the world.
Change the world.
All right.
So my partner, Doug, makes $4 million in profits a year, and he's just putting all this in his pocket. We've gotten offers. We turned them down. Now, I've pushed Doug to scale more. Doug doesn't want to go any faster than he wants to.
You guys could have done that in your sleep. Can we make this pop chips or vitamin water, or can we make it Alyssa's Cookies? That's the
And
difference.
you know what?
is
He's exactly
you
right.
want to make
He's exactly right, because
you want to
his
make it a
jerky
mega
company-
brand across America. That's what changes the world.
Yeah,
You
pop
don't
chips
change
changed
the world.
the world in ways we can't imagine.
Distribution. It's what I
No,
do for a living.
no, you
if
don't
you
have
want to
to
do
have
enterprise
that.
software, you want to do
Rohan,
machine
you
learning,
have a heart
he's your guy.
What are you going to do?
They were all honestly unbelievable offers, and we're like incredibly humbled as entrepreneurs. It's like honestly a kid's dream. Mark, we'd love to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're so
Thank
welcome.
you for everyone. While all of the offers from the Sharks were amazing, we went with Mark because we want to change the world for the better, and so does he.
Rohan, you got a little bit scraped in that one. What did you learn out of that?
Honestly, I felt, given my expertise in this industry,
You
that
were worth more than Mark.
my equity should have been worth more.
I think for where they are and where they want to go, I think you had a better vision for them.
I don't disagree.
Next time on Shark Tank, one of the most accomplished entrepreneurs of all time, billionaire Richard Branson, joins the tank.
Richard, how would you help my company?
You're going to interview him. I like that.
That's what we want to do. But you got to pay the bills.
We can really change the world together.
But that didn't look fun. She's a gold digger. Hang on a
Did
second.
you just call me a gold digger?
Yes. Why can't she get the deal that she wants?
Just because you crap on her with a fancy voice.